Judge Patricia Sullivan sat in her office, looking at the photograph. Her son Marcus, Army uniform, smiling. 2013. Marcus was alive, married, had 2 children. But that day, 2013 in Afghanistan, he had nearly died. Helicopter had been hit. RPG. Marcus had never given details. Pilot saved us. Never quit. I don't even know his name. Patricia prayed every day for that pilot. I don't know your name, but thank you. You saved my son. Now, 11 years later, Patricia was entering court. Routine day. Drug cases, traffic violations. 1 case. Michael Anderson, 44, drug possession. Patricia looked at the file. Former soldier, Army, PTSD, self-medicating. Patricia wasn't merciful today. Law is law. PTSD isn't an excuse. Court began. Michael stood. Patricia was going to read the sentence. 10 years. But Michael removed his jacket, and Patricia saw the tattoo. 165th SOAR. Night Stalkers. And in that moment, Patricia's world stopped. Because she recognized that tattoo. Marcus had shown her. Pilot had a tattoo like this on his arm. I saw it getting off helicopter. And now, 11 years later, Patricia stood before that pilot, the man who saved her son. And she was about to give him 10 years in prison. Welcome to the Forgotten Service. Before we begin this incredible story of recognition, helicopter heroism, and the judge who almost imprisoned the man who saved her son, tell me in the comments, what city are you watching from today? And if you believe stories like this deserve to be remembered, hit that subscribe button. These voices matter. Chicago, Illinois. Cook County Criminal Court, July 22nd, 2024. 7:30 a.m. Judge Patricia Sullivan, 54 years old, sat in her office, sipping her coffee, reviewing the day's cases. On her desk was a photograph. Private, personal, one she looked at every day. Her son, Marcus Sullivan, 32 years old now. Army lieutenant, retired. Smiling, happy, in uniform. Photo from 2013, before his Afghanistan tour. Patricia looked at the photo, as she did every morning. Marcus was alive, married, beautiful wife, Sarah. 2 children, Emma, 7, and Jack, 5. Patricia's grandchildren. But 11 years ago, Marcus had almost not come home. Afghanistan, Kandahar Province, June 15th, 2013. Marcus had been on SEAL Team extraction mission, advisory role, ground forces coordination. Helicopter had been hit, RPG, Taliban fire. Tail rotor had been destroyed. When Marcus came home, weeks later, he told his mother, "Mom, we were going to die." Helicopter was spinning, no control. But the pilot never quit. Somehow landed us. We all survived. He had a tattoo on his arm, Night Stalkers. 165th SOAR. I didn't even get his name. Everything happened so fast. But that man saved my life. Since that day, Patricia prayed every morning. I don't know your name. I don't know your face. But thank you. You brought my son home. I pray for you every day. Now, 11 years later, Patricia still prayed. One last look at the photo, finished her coffee, returned to her files. Today's cases: traffic violations, X3, theft, X2, drug possession, X4. Patricia reviewed the files. The 4th drug case caught her attention, State versus Michael Anderson. Charge, drug possession, OxyContin, 60 pills, no prescription. Defendant, Michael Anderson, 44 years old, former soldier, U.S. Army, 2009 to 2016. Defense, PTSD, self-medication, chronic pain. Patricia read the file. Michael's background, Army 2009 to 2016, 7 years service. 160 Special Operations Aviation Regiment, SOAR, Night Stalkers. Pilot, UH-60 Black Hawk, Afghanistan X3 tours, Iraq X1 tour. Honorable discharge, PTSD diagnosis, 2017, VA hospital. Chronic back pain, helicopter crash injury, 2014. Unemployed since 2023, health issues. Patricia paused. 165th SOAR, Night Stalkers. That was the unit, Marcus's pilot's unit. Patricia thought for a moment, maybe this man knew Marcus? Maybe he knew that pilot? But no. 165th SOAR was a large unit, hundreds of pilots. Marcus's pilot's identity had never been learned. Patricia closed the file. This case was simple. Drug possession, no prescription. Law was clear. 60 pills equals dealing intention. Patricia's decision, maximum sentence. 10 years state prison. PTSD wasn't an excuse. Thousands of veterans lived with PTSD. They weren't dealing drugs. Patricia left her office, walked to the courtroom. It would be a routine day, or so she thought. Courtroom 4, 10 a.m. Patricia took her seat at the bench, adjusted her robe, placed files in front of her. State versus Michael Anderson, Patricia said. Is defendant ready? Defense attorney stood. Yes, Your Honor. Michael Anderson is ready. Michael stood. Patricia looked, middle-aged man, 44, short hair, lightly bearded, civilian clothes, jeans, white shirt, navy blue jacket. He was calm but looked tired. Eyes were sad. Prosecutor, Assistant State's Attorney Karen Foster, 39, experienced, stood. Your Honor, Defendant Michael Anderson was arrested May 18, 2024, 60 OxyContin pills found in his home, no prescription. Amount exceeds personal use. Dealing intention clear. State requests maximum sentence. Defense Attorney David Martinez, 46, veterans lawyer, stood. Your Honor, my client Michael Anderson is a war veteran. 7 years service, 160 SOAR, helicopter pilot, Afghanistan and Iraq. In 2014, he was injured in helicopter crash. Chronic back pain. He has PTSD diagnosis. VA hospital won't provide medication. Bureaucratic problems, no appointments, system collapsed. Michael was suffering. He bought medication on street. Wrong? Yes. But not dealing. Self-medication. Patricia listened, looked at the file. Mr. Anderson, Patricia said, do you admit to these charges? Michael. Yes, Your Honor. I possessed medication without prescription, but not to sell. For pain, Patricia. Buying illegal medication for pain is illegal, Mr. Anderson. You should have gone to VA. Michael. I did, Your Honor. I waited 8 months for appointment. Never came. Pain was unbearable. What should I have done? Patricia. You should have followed the law. Defense Attorney. Your Honor, my client is a war hero. Served his country. Now the system abandoned him. Patricia. Mr. Martinez, emotional speeches aren't enough. Law is law. Being a veteran doesn't give you the right to break it. Defense Attorney. But Your Honor. Patricia. Enough. I've reached my decision. Patricia opened the file, began writing the sentence. Michael stood silently, had accepted his fate. The courtroom was hot, AC was broken, July heat. Michael was sweating, jacket was heavy. Slowly removed jacket, just to be comfortable. Hung jacket on chair. Arms became visible. White shirt, not short-sleeved, but sleeves were pushed up. Right forearm was visible. And there, small but clear, was a tattoo. Patricia was writing the sentence. Defendant Michael Anderson, sentenced to 10 years state prison. She raised her head, looked at Michael. One last look before reading the sentence. And she saw it. Tattoo. Right forearm. Small, faded but clear. Helicopter rotor blade, star and text. 160 SOAR, Night Stalkers don't quit. Patricia froze. Pen fell from her hand. Eyes locked on the tattoo. She recognized that tattoo. 11 years ago, Marcus had come home, crying as he told the story. Mom, I saw the pilot's arm. Getting off helicopter. He had a tattoo. Night Stalkers. Rotor, star. I'll never forget. And now, that tattoo was in front of Patricia. Patricia's face went pale. Hands trembled. World stopped. Wait, Patricia said quietly. Everyone turned, surprised. Patricia stood, trembling. Mr. Anderson, that tattoo, you were in 160 SOAR? Michael, yes, Your Honor. Pilot, 2009 to 2016, UH-60 Blackhawk. Patricia's voice broke. Afghanistan, 2013, June. Michael, yes, Your Honor. Many missions. Patricia, Operation Charlie 7, Kandahar Province, SEAL team extraction. Helicopter took RPG hit. Tail rotor destroyed. The pilot never quit. Did auto-rotation. Saved 4 soldiers. Michael stopped, eyes widened. Your Honor, how do you know about that operation? Patricia began crying. Because one of those 4 soldiers was my son. The courtroom froze. No one breathed. Patricia continued, voice trembling. Lieutenant Marcus Sullivan. He's my son. He almost died that day. But you saved him. Michael's face changed. Shock, disbelief. Marcus Sullivan, Michael said quietly. Blonde, 21 years old. First tour. Patricia nodded, crying. Yes. Him. My son. Michael's eyes filled. Is he alive? Patricia. Yes. Married. Has 2 children. Because of you. Michael collapsed, knees buckled, sat in chair, put hands over face, cried. I never knew. Didn't recognize anyone that day. Just tried to save them. Patricia came down from the bench, approached Michael. Did something she shouldn't do as a judge. Stood before Michael, extended her hand. You brought my son home. I prayed for you every day. 11 years. I didn't know your name, didn't know your face. But I always prayed. Thank that pilot. He's an angel. And now I was about to give you 10 years in prison. Michael looked up. Maybe I deserve it. I broke the law. Patricia. No, you're a hero. You saved lives, including my son, and the system abandoned you. I won't abandon you. Patricia returned to the bench, took the sentence, tore it up. This case is dismissed. Charges dropped. Prosecutor jumped up. Your Honor, I object. Patricia. Objection overruled. This man is a hero. He saved my son, and I won't imprison him. He'll enter treatment program. I'll personally coordinate with VA, but no prison. Patricia turned to Michael. Mr. Anderson, you're free. And I don't know how to thank you. I'll tell Marcus. Finally, I found you. Finally. Michael cried, bowed his head. Thank you, Your Honor. But I just did my job. Pilots don't quit. Night Stalkers don't quit. Patricia smiled through tears. Yes. And you never quit. Not that day. Not today. The courtroom stood. Applause, crying, justice. After that day, Patricia immediately called Marcus. Phone conversation. Patricia. Marcus, can you sit down? I need to tell you something. Marcus. Mom, what happened? Are you okay? Patricia. I'm fine. But today in court, I found him. Marcus. Found who? Patricia. The pilot. The pilot who saved you. 11 years later, he was in my court today. Marcus was silent for a long time. Then, what did you say? Patricia. Michael Anderson, Chief Warrant Officer 3, 160 SOAR, UH-60 Blackhawk pilot, June 15th, 2013, Operation Charlie 7. He's your pilot. Marcus began crying on the phone. Mom, really? Finally, I finally learned his name. Patricia. Yes. And Marcus, I almost sent him to prison. Drug possession, PTSD, self-medication. System abandoned him. Marcus. No, that man is a hero. We have to help him. Patricia. We will. But first, do you want to see him? Marcus. Yes, immediately. A week later, Patricia arranged a meeting in her office. Michael came, nervous, didn't know what would happen. Patricia. Mr. Anderson, I called you here because someone wants to see you. Door opened. Marcus Sullivan entered, 32 years old, civilian clothes, but bearing still military. Michael stood. Two men looked at each other. Marcus walked forward, extended his hand. Chief, I finally learned your name. Michael shook his hand. Marcus, you've grown up. Marcus laughed, cried. 11 years. But I didn't forget. Never forgot that tattoo. Michael, I just did my job. Marcus, no. You saved my life. And now it's my turn. Marcus pulled out a folder. I started a company now, Veteran Support Program, PTSD treatment, job placement, VA coordination. I'm hiring you, salaried, full health insurance, treatment included. Michael couldn't believe it. I don't deserve this. Marcus, you deserve it. And more. Chief, you gave me life. Now I'm giving you life. The two men embraced, pilot and soldier, 11 years later, finally reunited. Patricia watched, cried, smiled. Justice wasn't just punishment. Justice was mercy. Justice was remembering. Justice was gratitude. And that day, justice won. So now I ask you, do you know the name of someone who saved your life? Or did you save someone's life but never heard thanks? Sometimes heroes are silent. Sometimes we don't even know their names. But we must remember them. Share your stories in the comments. Because here at the Forgotten Service, we believe nameless heroes must not be forgotten. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, subscribe to our channel and help us spread the stories of 160 SOAR Night Stalkers, all veterans and silent heroes. We'll see you in the next story. And remember, Night Stalkers don't quit, and real heroes are never forgotten.